Hi there. Just got back from 2 more trips to the cabin. Wanted to talk to you guys about it. This is a new format where I actually talk myself about the cabin experiences. So I was up there twice this year. One of the first people to get up in that part of the hills. No other cars had really been up there. Not a lot of tire tracks, a lot of snow. Did not have to walk in, I could drive all the way in. A lot of stuff going on up there. It's been really interesting, and I've had some good experiences. The problem I have is I don't know what they want. I give them gifts, they set up houses, they move the furniture. I don't know what they want. I'd love to meet them. I bring them what I think is good for them, and it's just hard to figure out what to do. The experience I had this time was really interesting. It starts with the past experience. One of the pictures I have up here on the wall, that over there, is one I caught in the blind. So I go up there, 2017, walk up there in the wintertime, and there's a completely obvious blind set up right by the road. I mean, the front part of the blind is screened away, and there's another blind behind that one, and here the gifting stump's further back here. So from the road, as you drive in, you can see, obviously, the little cubby hole of the blind. First thing I noticed, it's a blind. I mean, I know what a blind is. Before that, there's actually a log that was laying on top of the street. Never registered as being anything to me. It was just happenstance. When we see that happen again and again, I take a different stance. It's got to be something else. Then I found a cubby hole in the fort, and I found a tree leaning against another tree. This is a log that was brought up leaning against the tree. And now they've set up a new fort right by the road. The issue with these particular clan or group is they're obvious. They've got to be more subtle. At least to me, as their neighbor, follow the zoning rules and don't be so obvious. So you know these people are up there. You go up there and you know you're being watched. And I was up there this time. It was a Monday. And as I said, there's nobody else around. So, I'm walking up on the porch, I give the gifts out, I sit on the porch with the deck, and, I'm waiting for something to happen. It's really quiet. And I document all the new residents that's coming up, but I feel like something's going on. And I feel a little bit of fear, and I'm trying to conquer that fear. It was great before I left. I'd go up there with a happy heart and enjoy the nature. But right before I went up, I'm watching this video. And it's Matt Moneymaker talking with their family in Washington about their knocking on the walls and visitations at night. And so Matt Moneymaker tells these people, well, hey, don't worry about it. Nothing's happened so far. They're peaceful, nothing's going to happen. Then the woman turns around to Matt and she goes, well, there's a guy down the street who they're trying to take up into the mountains and mate with their daughter. So, now I'm thinking that Martin might be Martina. And so a fear has struck me about what do I do if I'm taken up in the hills. And then I'm very flattered, but no. I'd rather line it down. So the fear is inside. You can feel the fear, and that's a different fear than it was before. I mean, I don't mind being killed and eaten, but to be captured is a different story. What are you going to do? I mean, it's just part of life, theoretically. So I had no fear when I was up there, and I saw all this stuff going on. Interesting thing that happened was the fact that going back down, seeing all this stuff, oh yeah, right before I left. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. And I feel a presence. Nothing's happened so far, but a storm moved in. So again, getting to be late afternoon, and a storm comes in, it starts to rain. And my instincts tell me, after also listening to David Politis and some of his information, he talks about storms, he talks about late afternoon abductions. So I said, hey, I'm going to take off, go back down the hill. Document all the structures, go back down the hill, get on the main road, which is a dirt road down to the main road, the highway. And there's a recent tree break, 14 feet up on the tree, right by the road. It was not there on the way up. They have taken my gift and they said thank you and left me a tree break. I don't know what else to think. All right, thanks.
This is the blind recorded in 2017. Still 2017 with a couple of tree breaks. Nothing over there by that stump. Notice that. And here's the original big tree on the stump with another log put on top of it, which happened later sometime. You notice the change in the greenery. That is late 2018. Here is the original. They've left right next to my firewood pile that was left up, so I'm taking that as firewood for me. I'll leave it there for a little while. I noticed that I zoom in just to catch that. Happened to high zoom over to the left where the blind is, about 100 yards away, and that's where I captured Martin. Did not notice this at the time. This is behind the cabin. This is, I call it the nursery, little cubby holes in a fort. It's like a nest. Another tree break. Here is the log and the tree. I'm walking across the ridge. There's some fresh deer scat. Now there's the log and the tree. It could have fallen off the stump next to it, but notice the position of where it is on the next to the ridge. It looks like it had been placed there. So after seeing this, I was a little scattered in my camera work. Actually, I'd seen that the second time. Okay, here's the road. I'm taking a walk from the road between two cabins up to the ridge. So the tree with the log in it is not close to the road, and there are no machine marks or any other marks. There's of course a bent tree blocking a path through there, so let's not go that way. Okay, I'm going to go into slow motion here. That's the log that was up in the tree. And it's probably about 10 yards away from where it had been leaning. And it had been leaning towards the ridge. And this is now back behind it. That right there in the middle is the tree. You can see little black marks up where the branches where it had been leaning before. So now this is the recent trip, new evidence, and I was the worst camera work I've ever seen. Why am I not looking at the nest over there? There's a fort I'd never seen. I don't know where to zoom in. I just don't know where to look. So let's go take this in slow motion. I'm zoomed in on the fort. You can see a couple of lights blinking inside the right-hand side. Of course, it could be eye shine, and then typically that could be a little moisture on a spider web that will blink in the sunlight. But it has an interesting structure right by the road again. They're road hogs. They need to cool their jets just a little bit. Okay, this is the blind, and there's a new branch. This is right when I get up there. There's a new branch just put right there. Fresh break. As if I caught them in the middle of construction. And now here's the tree on the stump. And if I pan to the right, and here's the new rambler that they set up right by the road. This is a foot away from the road. There's a down tree right there. Now that could have been cleared from the road. That's one of the things that could have happened. That's a down tree that's broken in half. There's another break that goes the opposite way of the wind. Middle of the meadow in a grove of trees. Okay, and there's also another log up in a tree as I pan off to the left here. This is again in slow motion here at this point. Right there is the log. And here's the break. This break looks so fresh to me. I'm thinking that it just happened last night or recently. Of course, it could have been, within a week, that color. Okay, driving away. Storm's coming in. There's the blind on the right. There's the new rambler. Single-family dwelling. I look forward to seeing it being constructed. Fresh break. Branches laying on top. Hello. Can you be any more obvious? It looks like it's maybe an apartment building. Okay, that's the meadow, part of the meadow towards kind of a point. And it's beautiful, just warm and nice. This is a break that I documented earlier, taking a second look at it. Again, these branches could be removed by the forest industry. All right, here we go. This is the new break, driving back down the main road. Now, I think I would have noticed it on the way up, because it's in the road. You have to drive around it. Estimated 14 feet, and I see it on the way back down. I could have missed it. I don't know how I would have missed that on the way up. So within the 5-hour period that I was up at the cabin after gifting them, that occurs. This is the original video of Martin. He hiding in the blind. Again, you have noticed I mentioned the high zoom that I used. So it was long ways away, about 100 yards away, a little bit more, and happened to pan over and just have the right peekage to see him peeking at me. So in this video, I mentioned the eye movement, and I'll show it to you. Okay, if you watch his left eye, and that is part of the stump, right there. He inverts the eye, he readjusts his view. Even at that distance, these people are so elusive. But I think he still noticed that I had seen him, and so he readjusts a little bit, keeping me in view. And that's the picture I have up on the wall from the first frame. I did some stuff to it and put it on the wall, something called clothify, to make it look kind of fancy. So there's a little twig across the top of that stump. Basically, they're in camouflage. They're peeking at the gifting stump and hiding in the blind that was obvious. But I did not see him. I never see him up there. Of course, that is a little disconcerting when you don't see what's looking at you, and you catch it later on your computer screen, going, "What is? What's that head right there?" You notice there are no ears on top. So if I had seen it, I would have, of course, held on to it in the camera image. Really was fortunate to have it center stage of the camera screen as I zoom back out. I think he/she styled the hair before showing up. Yeah, just not my type. Very cute. Beautiful animal. I would do anything to protect these people. But of course, then again, they might eat me. So who knows? Do your best out there. Have good intentions. Respect their territory. If you see the big guys, what you do is you look down. You can pick up some grass and start to pretend to eat the grass. Walk away slowly. Don't make eye contact. Not typically a good idea unless it's a friendly gesture on their part. Okay, there is something hiding back there with the cone head, and so I put that on the video. Coming up next is the original scrutinized version of my analysis of Martin. So you get a close-up view of him if you stick around for a couple of seconds. It's a lot of fun. I'm just having a blast up there. Fear is good. Too much fear is bad. I wish everybody good luck in their ventures. Hey, what's up, man? Stoic looking dude. Alright. 2 months after the trip, while reviewing a 20-second video clip, I found something. Here is the first shot I pulled from this short clip to evaluate. It starts with the half a view of what appears to be a face. This is at 400% magnification. It was peeking from behind a dark stump. Visible is the hair on the head and the left eye. There is a stick just below the eye. The black rectangle on the left is part of the stump. Here the subject has lowered its head slightly. The eye, which is still visible, is now below the protruding part of the stump. The camera is moving to the right. These first two stills are the best eye shots. The subject ducked down and squinted as I turned towards it. The eye shape looks thinner in this shot. The sun shines on the back of his head, still illuminating the hair and the left eye. This is a good shot of the spiky hair. The auburn color could be indicative of a young animal. The eye is peering just over the stick. There might be a black fly moving on top of the twig. As I continued to swing the camera back to the right, you can still see the eye and the shape of the top of the head. These shots are not in focus due to movement, but give a general impression. It is a daylight sighting, which is very unusual. The light-colored twigs seem to be a part of the camouflage. It matches the hair color. Everything else in the video was dark brown, green, or gray. This is the clearest shot, and it is still hard to tell what it is. While seeing only the eye and hair, it is difficult to know for sure. These focused close-ups do confirm that the nose is not visible. Right now, I'll give it a 65% chance that this is a young Sasquatch. The other possibility for me is a bear cub or a weasel, but it doesn't match in facial characteristics due to the lack of the ears and the shape of the head. In the original video, you can clearly see that this striking face sticks out. In my opinion, this could only be analytically discerned as an animal's face, a mask, or CGI. It's most likely not pareidolia. See the video Bigfoot Cabin Saga Part 3, along with the first two videos that were done prior to this trip, to get the whole story. They include tree structures, tree breaks, mutual gifting, and the documentation of the blind. I was here recording evidence 80 yards away from the blind. They were hiding in the blind.